Up with KREM begins now.
Here we go at 6 o'clock. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Up with KREM. I'm Tim Pham. We also want to welcome you in if you're streaming us on KREM 2+. Let's help you prepare for your Wednesday by getting you out the door with meteorologist Thomas Patrick. Thomas, today is actually going to be kind of the calm day before things start to change. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Tim. Today, yes, much calmer overall as we have we're going to see mostly sunny conditions to start the day and then cloudy weather to finish the day. So increasing cloud cover throughout the day. No rain, no snow, at least not just yet on this final day of the winter season. Though our current temperatures hovering around 30 degrees in Spokane, 29 in Spokane Valley. And there's all that cloud cover really starting to ramp up on the west side at first. That storm system will take about 24 hours before it arrives. So I'll put a small chance for rain showers in the forecast for this evening, but really that's going to be a Thursday morning wintry mix by the time those temperatures cool off back into the 30s.
Here's a live look at the traffic impact this morning from I-90 in Jefferson in downtown Spokane. We're looking east right now. You can see westbound traffic looking like it's picking up just a tad, but overall traffic flows are moving great here at the 6 o'clock hour. Also, we're not seeing any incidents on any of our other highways or freeways at this hour, but of course, our team will keep a close eye on it and let you know if anything impacts your morning commute. On Up with KREM, we do check in with weather and traffic every 30 minutes. KREM 2 is your tournament central, the home for all things March Madness. The Gonzaga men's basketball team is going dancing after an 8th seed after winning the WCC championship. Tomorrow, the Zags will play 9 seed Georgia in Wichita, Kansas. Watch tomorrow's dogfight on TBS. Tip-off is set for 1:35 p.m. And tonight, we are taking a deep dive into all things March Madness and GU in a live Tournament Central special at 7 p.m. on KREM 2 and streaming on KREM 2+. Before the music begins, though, we want to take you back through Gonzaga's big moments in the big dance. The good, the bad, and yeah, the ugly even. KREM 2's Regan Gallo joining us now here live in studio. So Regan, you took a look back into the archives. So when did the Zags actually get their first bid to the tournament? Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Tim. Good question. We're taking a little dive through history. Well, the Zags' first ever berth in the March Madness tournament was back in 1995, led by senior guard John Riley. The Bulldogs won their first ever WCC tournament, punching their ticket to the dance. The team went into the tournament as a 14 seed, playing against number 3 seeded Maryland. The Zags' first trip was a short one. They lost to Maryland in the first round. After the 1995 run, the Zags took a small break from the tournament. The Bulldogs then returned to the NCAA tournament in 1999, and since then, the Zags haven't missed a single big dance, making an appearance each year. Fast forward to 2017, the Zags, led by top scorer Nigel Williams-Goss, entered the tournament as a 1 seed in the West. The 2017 squad then made a historic run all the way to the championship game, where they lost to 1-seeded North Carolina. Just 3 years later, Gonzaga would do it again with a squad led by superstars, including Drew Timme, Corey Kispert, and Jalen Suggs. Fans may remember this tournament run included the iconic Suggs buzzer beater in the Final Four game against UCLA. This nail-biter would then lead the Bulldogs to the championship game against Baylor, which would then end in a heartbreaking loss to Baylor with the final score 86-70. Here's head coach Mark Few after that game.
Obviously, we're all disappointed in here, but, as I told the guys, you make it this far and you're 31-0 going into the last 40 minutes of the season. There's absolutely nothing you should ever feel bad about, and they'll look back on this season as time passes as something just amazing and incredible.
Fast forward to this year, the Gonzaga Bulldogs are dancing for the 26th consecutive year. The Zags are looking to continue their Sweet 16 streak for the 10th year. We will find out if the Zags move on to the second round tomorrow at 1:35 p.m. Now I have Tim and Thomas here. Tim and Thomas, what has been your favorite memory as we look back in history with the Zags in the tournament?
There are so many great moments in Zag history, and granted, I'll admit I'm a new Zag fan as of
Me too.
6
Me
years
too.
ago. But for me, it's just seeing them make all of these runs. It's very exciting. As someone who comes from a school that hasn't been in March Madness in a long time, it is very exciting.
Yeah, same here. Especially when I moved here, I was like, I'm a lot more enrooted with the Gonzaga community instead of just that mysterious school that always makes the tournament. A la like Jimmy Kimmel doesn't believe that Gonzaga even exists. But I absolutely loved the Jalen Suggs halftime buzzer beater shot, standing on the scorer's table, pounding his chest.
It was pretty iconic.
Yeah, you can watch that one again and again.
Oh yeah.
What about you, Regan?
Oh, I'm a newly Gonzaga fan. I'm actually a UW Huskies, so I got to keep that a secret over here in Eastern Washington.
No. We welcome you. You just picked the wrong school.
It's fine. It's fine. Well, thanks, you guys. Thanks.
All right. And as we get ready to bring you coverage of the Gonzaga men's basketball team from Wichita, Spokane is getting ready to host the women's NCAA tournament, including restaurants closest to the arena like David's Pizza across the street. This means ordering enough food and alcohol ahead of time to take care of those expected big crowds and make sure people are scheduled to deal with all of those expected rushes. For now, staff, though, they say they're enjoying the quiet before the storm, but soon it'll be game on for the arena and David's Pizza.
It definitely can be really overwhelming, and you'll have to go to the back and just be like, take a breath, but it's worth it. It's super fun.
Lilac City is set to host the Sweet 16 and Elite 8 women's games starting March 28th. Speaking of women's basketball, this Gonzaga basketball senior class they are just so close after all they've been through this year and throughout their careers. And saying goodbye to the team's 5 seniors has been really difficult for head coach Lisa Fortier. After a disappointing loss to 4-seed Oregon State, who ended up taking home the WCC title, Gonzaga's regular season WCC championship got them an automatic bid to the WBIT tournament, which means one last chance to play together in the kennel.
It's really weird to have closed that book and now we're back, but I hope for a good crowd, and we're hyped, we're very, very excited to play, and yeah, it's gonna be competitive. It's a good team.
Now we have certainty that whenever we don't play well again, it's going to be the end. And I think that that's just a hard piece to swallow. So I think we're both happy, but also you can just taste that we're in March now. And so let's be our best for as long as we can so that we can just keep doing this.
Gonzaga's first game in the WBIT tournament against the University of Texas San Antonio is tomorrow at 6 p.m. in the McCarthy Athletic Center. Go Zags! This morning, we say welcome home for an Eastern Washington Eagle as the Seattle Seahawks introduced wide receiver Cooper Kupp to the team. Last Friday, the Seahawks signed the former Super Bowl MVP and Eastern Eagle. The wide receiver was a free agent after his 8 seasons with the Los Angeles Rams. The Yakima native signed a 3-year, $45 million contract with the Seahawks. Yesterday, he was introduced as a Seahawk, and he says he's excited to be continuing his career closer to home in the Pacific Northwest. Kupp says he believes in John Schneider and soon-to-be second-year head coach Mike McDonald's philosophy.
Walking through the halls back here, it's like looking at these photos of iconic, just moments in games and being able to recognize, man, I remember where I was when that happened and that moment happened. And growing up watching Seattle, watching football being a huge part of my life, and then playing in Eastern Washington, full circle moment coming back to being able to throw on a Seattle Seahawks uniform.
The Seattle Seahawks, by the way, their schedule will be released in May.